Hello and welcome to the open evening video for the BTEC Applied Psychology. Okay, unfortunately I'm not there this evening. However, I would have loved to have been there to tell you how good this subject is. So my name is Mr. Borman. I'm the psychology teacher at Southborough for the BTEC Applied Psychology. So first of all, what is psychology? Okay, psychology is basically the science of the brain. So it looks at the link between behavior, performance, and why we use those mental processes to create that behavior. Okay, so have you ever asked yourself any of these questions? Why do we react to something in a particular way? Why do we react to the same event differently? So you've got maybe a football match, okay, and you've got two sets of friends, they see the same football match but react very differently. Why is that? Okay, why do we all use stereotypes? You've seen the media recently, there's lots of stereotypes happening. Why do we use stereotypes? The last question is why do I think the way I do? Again, the reason behind that is psychology. So during this subject, we'll be thinking about why do we do it? Is it the nature-nurture debate? Is it nature, so your genes, okay, or is it the way you've been brought up, which is nurture and the environment? Okay, so first of all, can I be a mind reader? So fill in the blanks: Fish and blank, Ant and blank, Leeds United, Newcastle United, Sheffield United, man, blank. You got red, yellow, blank, north, east, south, blank. Okay, so the reason why I can predict what those blanks are, so I'm guessing it's good. You've thought about it and gone fish and chips, Ant and deck, okay, Leeds United, Newcastle United, Sheffield United, and Man United. Okay, it should be, I'm guessing, red, yellow, and blue, and then north, east, south, and west. Okay, you may think that's pretty easy, okay, but that's due to the whole reason why this has happened. I'm able to essentially read your mind is to priming. Okay, so what is priming? I'll get here's a short video from, and there's Will Smith explaining what priming is.
Okay, I'll sweeten it for you. You pick the player, and she'll guess the number. One.
I guess number 40. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man with a taste. I've been around for a long year. So many a man, so big. Number 55. How did you know who he was going to pick?
We told him to. Been telling him all day. From the moment he left his hotel room, we've been priming him, programming his subconscious. He's been seeing the number 55 all day long. On the elevator, in the lobby, even the stick pin on the doormat. Not only that, we loaded his route from the hotel to the stadium. He looks out the window, primers are everywhere, and he doesn't see it, but he does. There's no getting around it. He even sees far.
That is genius.
Yeah, and it's not only what he sees, it's what he hears. The Mandarin word for 5 is wu. There are 124 wu-wus in sympathy for the deaf. Now, he's not registering it, but it's all there. So he picks up those binoculars, looks out on the field, sees a familiar face with the number 55 on his jersey. Some little voice in the back of his mind says, "That's it." And he thinks it's intuition, and he picks it. People want me to write it down. And you, being in the dark, is the condenser. We call that the little blind mouse.
Okay, so small video. I know it's a film, but it's essentially what we do in real life as well. We are primed to associate certain things. So there's some logos. Okay, I'm loving it. You associate to McDonald's, or Just Do It. You associate with Nike. So they're priming. They're prime examples of priming. Okay, how consumerism is dictated by priming, and how you're dictated to think in certain ways. along that note, okay, so here are some preferences of, okay, or some companies, mobile phone companies, some takeaway services or fast food restaurants, and then some clothing, okay? So I'm sure you take, what is your preference, okay? So I've done this multiple years, and I've predicted what most people's preferences are, okay, from each open evening, okay? Generally, most of you would go towards the Apple icon. When it comes to the fast food restaurant, it'd be KFC or McDonald's, okay? One year I've done it, it was McDonald's. The other year I've predicted it was mainly KFC. Just on a particular person who's turned up, I could predict what they were after. And the last one, okay, I know that most people would predict Nike out of Everlast and Reebok. And why is that? Okay, because I use schema and stereotypes. By looking at the school's demographic, I can predict what sort of things you would buy. Okay, and that's because stereotypes aren't always negative. Stereotypes are there to allow you to fill in the gaps on the knowledge that you may not have already. So that's what a stereotype is. Yes, there are some negative stereotypes, but generally there are lots of positive stereotypes as well. Okay, or can I make you not see something in plain sight? So here's a small video.
This is an awareness test. How many passes does the team in white make? The answer is 13. But did you see the moonwalking bear?
So it's easy to miss, okay? So that's a short one about cyclists, but it's also about psychology, okay? So the reason why you're focusing, okay, or you're anxious about something, so your anxiety levels have increased to make sure you count the correct amount of passes. So your focus can affect attention, retention, and memory, okay? And as a result, this can change a person's experience, and this can alter someone's behavior as well. So just because of that we can alter someone's memory by asking them to focus on something. It's what the police use, and it's called a false questioning. Okay, so we can potentially ask a witness something about in a crime, and they ask you, did they wear that red coat? And so, yeah, I remember someone in a red coat, when in fact it was blue, and therefore the police can use that as evidence of you not being truthful. So it's certain ways in real life application, but looking at the psychology behind it as well. Last question is, can anyone be evil? Okay, and the researchers said yes. So you've got Bandura, who mainly got videos of parents or role model clown with a hammer. A child saw it and it did the same. Milgram's electric shock study. Okay, they made people send an electric shock to someone who made a mistake. They pushed the person so much that if it was a true test, the person would have died of electric shock. But because they saw someone in a lab coat saying, no, it's fine, keep on doing it, they did it. Last one, if you're really interested about it, look at the Stanford prison experiment. This is basically, they got some students to pretend to be prisoners and prison guards. It should have been a study which was 14 days long. In the end, they had to cut it short by 6 days due to the mental health of the prisoners and also to the brutality of the prison guards. And last of all, if you are interested in psychology, look at Lucifer, or look at Zimbardo's video on the Lucifer effect. And this kind of explains that anyone could be evil. If you are interested about psychology, just message me on class charts, okay, or email me. Okay, it's rborman@southwood.kingston.sh.uk. It is a great subject. If you do have any more questions, please ask me.